Hey folks, Gene Hoyt here at Crossland Game Calls. I want to demonstrate and share some of our locator calls with you today. We got 4. First one I'm going to demonstrate for you and tell you a little bit about is our owl hooter. Now this is a reeded owl hooter. Don't cost very much. If you notice the market today, you'll know that owl hooters are getting very expensive. But this is a very effective call, and in my opinion, one of the best reeded owl hooters for $11 or $12 that you can buy. And the reason I picked this one first is because it's a very, very popular call. Owl hooters are the most popular locator sounds. And I'm just going to tell you how I use it. And I'm going to try to give you some tips on locating and how to use locator calls. But the call sounds this way. Okay, you can hear the realism that's in that call. And the way I use locator calls, and to be a more effective locator caller, there's several things you want to remember. First, always, if you're hunting alone, remember to keep your calling to a minimum. Why? Because you want to hear that turkey's response when you give that locator sound. So if I was hunting alone, I'd give him 2 or 3 notes, something like that, and listen for his response. And that same thing is true for any locator type sound. Secondly, the thing you want to remember is aim your calling in the direction that you think the turkeys are most likely to be. If you know where the turkeys are roosting or where they normally roost, aim your calling in that direction. The second call I want to share with you is a call we call the Crazy Crow. We have an injected molded mouthpiece with a reed that is actually forced into this hardwood body, restricting the airflow or the overblow from the sides. This call gets very loud, and I won't crank down on it real loud, but it's a real effective call for locating turkeys midday or after peak gobbling time. Same principle applies when you're hunting alone, 2 or 3 notes, and if you're hunting by yourself, if you're hunting with a partner, a cameraman, or buddy hunting as we call it, you can call very aggressive on the call. So I'm hunting alone, so this is what the call is going to sound like when I'm hunting as a single hunter. 3 notes, listen for that turkey's response. If I got a cameraman, like I say, or a buddy with me, he's going to be the ears, I'm going to be the caller, and I'm going to be very aggressive. And that way, a lot of times when you get aggressive, you can be afforded the ability to do a lot of calling while your partner is the ears listening for that turkey's response. The next call I'll share with you is a call that we use a lot midday, and we use this call mostly in areas that a lot of owl hooters or maybe a lot of crow calls have been used. We know that hunters in the area have used them in the past. We might have even heard of the hunters hooting like an owl or using a crow call. So just to be a little more effective in locating, we'll use something different like a hog screamer, and our little screamer is pretty effective. And turkeys really, really respond to that high-pitched sound. Now, the last call we got here is a call, we call it our desert dog. It's a coyote howler. We use it a lot out west, Nebraska, Kansas, Texas, any of those states in the Midwest or out west where they have a lot of predators or have a lot of coyotes. A lot of times them old Rios and Merriams will gobble when you make the sound of a howling coyote or something like that. It sounds this way. A real effective call at locating gobblers, especially hunting out west. You can find any of these locator calls on our website at www.crosslandcalls.com.